In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create a workflow in HubSpot. First, you need to start by logging into HubSpot. This is the gateway to all the features and tools you will use to create your workflow. Once you enter your credentials and gain access, you will be taken to the HubSpot dashboard. Here, you can see an overview of your account and the various functionalities available. This initial step is crucial because it ensures you have the right permissions to create and manage workflows. Take a moment to familiarize yourself with the layout, as it will help you navigate smoothly through the upcoming steps. Once you are logged in, look for the automation menu on the top navigation bar. Click on automation and from the drop-down menu select workflows. This action will direct you to the workflows section where you can view any existing workflows and create new ones. This area is designed specifically for managing automated processes, making it a vital part of your strategy for engaging with contacts and streamlining operations. You will notice a clean interface that allows you to organize your workflows effectively. Now it's time to create a new workflow. Click on the Create Workflow button. This will prompt a new screen to appear, offering you options for how you want to start. You can choose either to start from scratch or select a template. Starting from scratch gives you full control, while a template can provide a helpful starting point. This distinction is important as it can save you time and help you align with best practices. Choose the option that best suits your needs, and let's proceed. Next, you will need to select an object for your workflow. This could be contacts, companies, deals, or another object type. Choosing the right object is essential because it determines who or what your workflow will affect. For example, if you choose contacts, the workflow will automate actions related to your contacts. This selection sets the foundation for the workflow, so make sure you pick the object that aligns with your objectives. After selecting the object, click on Set Trigger. This is where you define when your workflow will start. You'll be presented with various options such as form submission, new contact, or deal update. Selecting the appropriate trigger is crucial as it determines how and when the workflow will engage. For example, if you choose a form submission, the workflow will activate every time someone fills out that form. This ensures your automation works seamlessly and reacts to specific actions, maximizing its effectiveness. Once you have set the trigger, it's time to add actions to your workflow. Click the plus button to bring up a list of actions you can choose from. You might want to send an email, create a task, update a property, or add a delay. Each action you select adds more functionality to your workflow, allowing you to tailor it to your specific goals. This part is especially exciting because you can automate a series of tasks that will save you time and enhance your team's productivity. After adding all desired actions, take a moment to review the workflow. This is your opportunity to ensure everything is set up correctly. Make sure the triggers and actions align with your original goals. A thorough review can prevent potential errors and ensure a smooth execution once the workflow goes live. This step is essential because it can save you from troubleshooting later on, allowing for a more efficient launch. Finally, when you are satisfied with the setup, click on Turn on Workflow. This action will activate your workflow, making it live and ready to function as intended. You should see a confirmation that the workflow is turned on. This is the moment where all your planning and setup come to fruition. You can now relax, knowing that your workflow is set to operate automatically and help you achieve your objectives efficiently.